It arrived, it got here. We got our package from, I don't know if you can see that, but it says BH New York. That's right, I ordered something from B&H in New York. It came all the way from there to Johannesburg. It was really exciting, we'll talk about it, but let's talk about what's inside this package. The contents of this package is what we've been waiting for since the 12th of March when we unboxed this camera, which is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, which we've had for like 2.5 months now. And you probably saw a previous camera video where I showed you how we've been rigging it out without a cage. But this box solves all of our issues. This box contains the SmallRig Cage for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. So we're gonna unbox this today. I'm gonna put the things on the camera and then it's just gonna be a fun time. Maybe we'll do another video. No, probably not. I've milked this camera for long enough. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of it, but let's unbox this thing. Okay. There it is. We bought the full accessory kit. So this contains a top handle, the cage, the side handle, and the lens hood, as well as some other things. Let's open it up and then talk about it. Okay, so opening it up. Oh, cool. I didn't know it came with this. We've got screen protectors for the screen of the Blackmagic. Interesting. Very cool. Underneath that, we've got the full cage. Okay, so in the bottom, we've got our lens hood. And this is pretty interesting engineering. We'll see when we put it on the camera, because as we know, it's a tilt screen now. So they had to add this flap that velcros to the bottom so that it can actually attach, but we'll go through that now. On the side here, we've got a top handle. It's a wooden accent top handle, and it slides on. Next, in the middle, we've got our side handle, which is the grippy side handle that goes on the left, which I think is a better orientation, because if you remember from our Sony video, we've got this handle for the A7S III, but it goes on the right side. And if it's on the right side, it's a lot more difficult to press the record button. So I'm glad this one is on the left side. I might even start using this on the cage for the A7S III. Next, we've got the SSD holder. So this is for like the Samsung T5 drives. It goes on the front and then you can lock the USB-C cable into there. We don't have the T5, so we're probably not going to use that. Up next is, this is the clamp for HDMI and USB-C. So it literally just clamps onto the side of the cage to hold your HDMI cable and your SSD cable in place. Okay, and then we've also got this NATO rail attachment, which I'm sure goes on the top somewhere for the top handle. And then there's a little side hole thing here, which is where they put screws and an Allen key. And then finally, we've got the cage. So yeah, that's everything in the box. Let's get to building the cage on the camera. Cool, so we've got our camera. Obviously, put the cage on first. So this cage, like most SmallRig cages, have a little Allen key, magnetically slides into the bottom there, and then that just gets attached to the camera. What's great about this cage is that it has 2 mounts in the bottom and 1 in the top. So we're gonna attach one of these screws that they gave us to the top as well. And there we go. Now the cage is on the camera, secure, tight. There's a lot of space on the side. It looks good. I love the little wooden accent on the top. Next, let's add our top handle. And obviously, like I said, we have to attach the NATO rail to the top before we attach the top handle. So take 2 more screws and attach them. And then the NATO rail top handle just goes on the top there, and then we tighten And there we go. We're already halfway there. We've got camera with a cage. Finally, I can lift this camera with a top handle and nobody in the comments is going to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. So there we go. That's part one. And for the side handle, this is actually pretty interesting. The cage itself has a NATO rail built in. So it's really easy to just attach the handle there where you want it and then tighten. There we go. And then let's attach our lens hood. Okay, so this Sunhood is actually made out of leather and cloth. So it's very high quality. It's gonna look great. So like I said earlier, they added this little flap at the back. So you attach that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little gap in between where the screen and the camera is. And the Sunhood goes right between there. And then with Velcro, it just sticks on there, as you can see there. Hey, Sony. So it just flips on there. Now I'm gonna have to go test this, obviously. Okay, and then next we've got the clamp for the USB-C and the HDMI. Now, I'm not gonna put this on right now because, actually, if I take off the side handle, I've still got the flaps on the side of the camera, and I'm actually struggling to screw the clamp on here and then keep the flap open, you know what I mean? So for now, I'm gonna leave that on there. I'm not gonna put on the clamp. Let me just put the lens on there to finish it up. And there we go. Now we've got the full Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro with cage, with lens, with Sunhood, all attached. This is ready to shoot. It feels sturdy, it feels good. Obviously now we can go ahead and attach our monitor on the top. We can attach our SSD pretty much anywhere we want. As you remember, we've got the Dalkin Juggler 1 terabyte SSD, NVMe SSD, and this does actually not fit in the slot in the bottom here that they have actually left for a Samsung T5 drive. So obviously this doesn't fit in there, so we're not going to be using that slot, which is also why I'm not going to be using this little clamp, which is made for the T5 SSD. That is our rig. It's very beefy. Obviously we could just adapt this to our shoulder mount that we had in the last rig build, but now everything can be localized to the camera. So it's very exciting. We're very happy to have this. And I gotta say, like, as a South African ordering from the US, I've always been skeptical. I've been worried about things getting lost. You know, our postal system isn't very good, but B&H offers shipping with DHL, and it cost me around $55 for the shipping to get it over here. And B&H actually had a 25% off discount on this cage, which came to around about $48, $45. So basically the money that I saved on the discount went straight into shipping, and it was a really easy process. I had to pay 881 Rand in import taxes when it came through customs. But honestly, it was so quick. So B&H did not let us into their affiliate program, so I'm not going to leave links in the description. But if you want to go check it out, I recommend it. Even if you're a South African, really easy process, really easy to import. There's a little bit of customs and taxes and stuff, but if you pay it quick, it gets released quick, and sign off and hand off is really, really quick. But that's going to be it from me, Jaco van Bosch, with this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro SmallRig Cage Accessory Kit rig. And until next time, go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.